Hey guys, so I'm back with CK3, and today I'm going to try out something a little bit different. So instead of having a goal for this video, I'm just going to kind of casually play CK3 kind of brain dead like and just talk. Because I just want to talk about something that I think a few people have talked about, and that's Victoria 3 and its demise, it seems like, in most Paradox players' minds, including mine, honestly. So, originally starting this channel, I actually uploaded a lot of Victoria 3 content. It was, God man, it must have been January-ish, so the game was around 3 months old. I think it came out in November or October, so the game was still relatively alive at that point. And honestly, now, I hear nothing about that game. I, of course, don't watch Paradox YouTubers anymore because of I get more than enough content out of playing the game myself. With some of the challenges that I do, I must play the game for 10 hours sometimes a week. So I have no time to just kind of relax and just watch, random people. But from what I've heard and what I've seen, I haven't seen a Victoria video in a long time. I think the last video I watched about Victoria 3 was, what's his name? One Proud Bavarian, I think, uploaded a video talking about, what DLC is it? It's that one French DLC that I didn't buy. And he was saying that the game was terrible, or not the game, the DLC was terrible. And that right there completely killed my enthusiasm to actually pick up the game again and play it on the channel. I don't know if Paradox eventually kind of changed something with that DLC or fixed it and made it actually palatable, but whatever they did obviously didn't work, considering that right now, while recording this video, there's I think it's like 4,200 people playing Victoria 3. Hey guys, so this is recording me, and I just looked at steamcharts.com again, and right now the concurrent player base for Victoria 3 is around 6k people. I just want to say this because some people might say, oh, well, it's actually this number at this amount of time. My point still stands, but yeah, I'll just go back to video me now, which is crazy low. I know right now for Crusader Kings 3, it's around 10k, which is double that of Victoria 3. Well, that's nice. That was easy. And I think EU4 is like 12k or 11k, so CK3 and EU4 are kind of tied neck and neck. But Victoria 3 has completely fallen off the face of the earth, which is not good for a game that wants to live for 6-7 years like EU4 has. Just to make sure, I also looked up Imperator Rome's Steam charts, and I think it said like 400 players, so it isn't in the absolute dumps like Imperator Rome is, but I don't even know the last time that game was updated. I didn't buy it because I wasn't even playing Paradox games by the point that Imperator was actually released. So I'm probably going to marry my son to him, since why not? But anyways, do I think Victoria 3 is going to have the longevity that EU4 has? No. At this point, I really doubt that it's going to see even 4 years of extra life and updates put into it. If it's at this rate of decline of 4,000 people, half of that as a game that came out in like 2014 and CK3, which came out in like 2012. So I really see it becoming abandoned in 4 years, probably even less. And some people might ask, can the game be fixed? Can Paradox do something to turn the game around? I don't see it happening. I know some people at the launch of Victoria 3 really wanted to see the combat revamped. I honestly had no issues with Victoria 3's combat. Of course, I didn't play Victoria 2 either, so obviously the people who played Victoria 2 are going to be pissed that the combat changed between games quite drastically, but I never really had that issue. I think the issue is that there's no difference in nations that you play in Victoria 3. Now, this might have changed a little bit since the last time I played it, which was probably around 3 months ago to now, or maybe even 5 at this point. It's been a long time. But when I played the game, there was no difference between playing Persia to playing the Netherlands, for example. The only difference was that, you know, Persia's behind on tech, and the Netherlands are ahead, or something like that. But it's not that big of a gameplay change to where you're like, wow, this is a really interesting new experience. It'd be like playing CK3, but everyone was a Catholic and, you know, just French, for example. Where is the interest or intrigue in that system? It's all the same thing, besides some people are bigger than others, and some people are easier than others. And of course there's some flavor, like Qing and probably France, I think. I would guess that there's more flavor in France if they made a whole update around it, but I think something that really killed that game in the beginning of it was that there was just no flavor. There was nothing, no events for, I don't know, let's say, 20 of the highest great powers. There were no interesting events for most of those nations. Sure, there were some, like the Ottomans having like the sick empire or the sick man of Europe or something. There might be others, but they obviously weren't as interesting considering that I've scrubbed them from my mind. So, and I know there's something with the Qing too, with the British, with opium, but that's not enough. 2 things. And of course, obviously, the Prussians and forming, you know, Germany, that's in there also, but it's still not enough. Let's take out this guy, he's super weak. And you guys might ask why I have debug mode on. The reason why is because of, I just got finished creating a thumbnail for a video. So usually what I do is I actually just do this and then press take domain/realm, do that, and then just take a ton of land. Sometimes I don't do that. Sometimes I like showing the actual borders I have at the end of the game, obviously, because that's what people come to see, but sometimes I decide not to. And that's why it's on. And I don't know how many people are still working on Victoria 3 in Paradox. It could be a skeleton crew of 2 people, or it could be half or most of Paradox employees working on that game. But if things continue going down like this in 4,000 people playing, I think most of those people are probably going to be moved eventually to EU5, which is probably going to come out in 2 years. It's probably going to be announced. What do they call those things? The Paradox events where they introduce stuff. I think I reviewed the last one that came around when I had like 100 subscribers and it got no views. So nobody probably remembers that. But yeah, whenever that comes around, EU5 is probably going to be announced, and I think Victoria 3 is going to be mostly dead. Content's already dead for the game. I forgot the guy's name. I don't want to air him out or anything. I don't want to say anything out of mouth or that isn't true, but I think his name is Tobias or something, and he uploads Victoria 3 videos. And I watched a video where he recently said that he was going to stop playing, well, not stop playing, but actually start playing other Paradox games, and his channel is mainly Victoria 3. Things like that happening are not good for a game that wants to sustain, you know, years and years. Because like people like, I don't want to say Drew Durnhill, but I feel like he played EU4 mostly for like a few years, and then obviously he'd switch and play, you know, Civ 6 maybe, or he didn't play, he watched it, but regardless, you know, he would watch these other games, but mostly it was EU4. Could I see somebody doing that for Victoria 3? No, not at all. I could never see somebody doing that with Victoria 3 ever. So what needs to change? Flavor, like I just said. That one France update, I think, was definitely a wrong step in direction. And I just looked at the new dev diary, and they're introducing companies. So they're updating the economy. This is the first little dev diary that they've released of it, I think. Victoria 3. I'm actually checking right now. That's why I'm not on the screen. Oh, actually I am. You can see me down there, but I'm trying to check. So, actually, look at this. Selected highlights in update 1.4. Convoy rating revisions. Goods substitution changes. Subject independence wars. Imperialist AI revisions, which it definitely needed. Shared fronts. Multiple battles per front. Reverse sways and diplomatic plays. Call allies. New sways. Some of this stuff looks good, especially the AI. That's another issue I have with Victoria 3 is AI. I don't know if you guys know. It's kind of obscure, but I used to run a channel called Quick Paradox Timelapse. Well, I still run it, but I haven't uploaded on it in 2 months because I don't have 8 hours to sit and just let CK3 record on my computer anymore. I used to record time lapses for that channel for Victoria 3, and nothing would change in that game. Nothing would, like, no provinces would change hands. There would be no new vassals. It'd just be boring as hell. So I literally had to use mods to make the AI more aggressive and interesting in Victoria 3. It's that boring. You can't even time lapse the game. But I'm sure that Victoria 3 in the end still has people who love it to death. I'm not one of those people. I think I'd be completely okay never picking up the game ever again. I think I played the game for, oh god, this is kind of embarrassing. Well, it includes times where I've time-lapsed the game, which 8 hours, let's say I made, I don't know, 20 videos. 160 hours of that. Even that sounds bad. It's still like almost a month probably of playing that game, but that's nothing compared to the hours that I've gone out of the game that I'm playing right now, or the game that I'm really talking over. I haven't done anything in this game because I've been talking. Let's do this actually. Or EU4. I don't play EU4 either anymore because, kind of like Victoria 3, I've done basically everything I could in EU4. It's why I'll probably never upload EU4 content on this channel. I'll probably never do it because I'm not going to lie to you guys and fake reactions for things that I've already done. You know, I just think that's kind of scummy to do. It's just fake things and act like I'm doing something that's, you know, whoa, this is so shocking, man. This is crazy. When in reality, I've done it before. You know, so EU4 content I'm not going to do. And the reason why I stopped uploading Victoria 3 content on this channel is that I'm not going to fake surprise or excitement to you guys for a game that I just don't find interesting anymore. You know, what I expect, should you expect Victoria 3 content on this channel, don't get your hopes up unless something crazy changes about the game. And another thing I should bring up is that every time I play CK3 at this point, I upload it on the channel. So I'm not playing this game on my free time because of burnout. Because burnout playing Paradox games is real, and I've had it a few times. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, this is kind of off track, obviously. If you're watching at this point, you're probably a fan, obviously. So I've seen comments about people asking, man, why did you do that? Why did you do that thing or that thing? I do appreciate those comments in some regards, but I've seen some comments where they kind of go crazy. And you gotta understand that I'm not playing this game all the time. Like, I'm gonna forget certain things or certain strategies that you guys might do. You know, I'm not gonna bring up any specifics because I don't want people to run down to certain videos comments and spam that person or just talk shit to them. I just don't want that on my channel. I just want you guys to be all cool with each other. That's the way I want it to be. I've seen comments where they kind of go a little overboard with the, you should have done this. You know, they kind of go a little crazy and they say things that shouldn't be said. And the people doing that, just relax. Just relax. I don't see myself as a professional CK3 player by any means. Don't see me as a professional CK3 player. I'm not going to be you know, a meta guy. Well, I am a meta guy. I'll admit that. I'm meta in quite a few ways, but I'm not a perfect player where I'm trying to maximize my growth, or I just want to play the game, you know, have fun and share with you guys. That's all. But I don't have anything else to really say. It's like 1 o'clock at night. I just figured I'd come on here and just talk a little bit about, I don't know. I don't even know if anyone cares. This is going to be the first time I've uploaded a video like this, so it could get 0 views. It could get a few views. Who knows? But yeah, if you guys like these kind of videos where I just got to talk about paradox related things and I'm not just meta slaving away on this game, let me know. I don't hate making these kind of videos. This one was pretty fun to make. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.